So let's pop over to Notepad. The tag for an image is just img, and it's a single tag. There is no end image at all, so that is incorrect. No end image. If we really wanted to close out the image tag, we would put a space and then the closing tag. So the image is again an empty tag, but it does need to have some sort of information as to where the image is, and it's classed as an attribute. Remember all these red things here, href, target, they're all attributes, so we need an attribute in here, and we need to say where it lives, and this time we need to say source, src, and whatever we place inside these quote marks will be the path to the image file. Now there's a clue just above where I got page2.html. I could just put the images folder with the /. So this is called a relative path, so it's relative to where we are, and this is saying that in the same folder as I am with this page, index.html, there is an images folder, and inside that images folder there is a file called moon.jpg, and that's it. I could have done the same with page 2. I could have put a dot and a /, and that just is sort of a definite indication that we need to start off in this folder. So the dot is the current folder, that's the path. So I'm going to stick with this, click save, and then I'm going to refresh my web page, and hopefully we will see, and there we are. There is my image, and if we take a look, apart from these little blobs on here which are pieces of dust on the camera lens, I think you'll agree that there is my image of the moon, and I also think you'll agree that is kind of huge. So we need some more information in the attributes of our image to sort of give it a definite width and height, so it doesn't fill the entire screen. So inside here I can type width equals, now I've got no idea what this is, so I'm going to start off with 200, and I'm going to make it square, so I'm going to make the height 200 as well. Whoops. Height equals 200 as attributes. Save my page and refresh. And there we go. We've now got our image. It's square, it's a little bit flattened, so it's obviously not a square image. But by specifying a height and a width, I can make the picture fit on the page nicely. And what I want you to notice is that at the moment page 2 comes before it, or it seems to be between Fred's page and page 2. Actually it's just after page 2, and it's working upwards on the page. So if I wanted to appear after page 2, I would have to put a break on the end of that line. So when I save the work and refresh the page, it will now appear below page 2. There we go, I've got my image. So that's the way to include an image. You need to get your own image from your camera or wherever, a download, put it into an images folder. You don't have to, but it's always best to sort of organize your files properly. And then start off with the image tag. It's only a single tag, which we call an empty tag. Give it a source and say which folder it's in. Obviously if we saved it in the root folder, I wouldn't have this images / there, I would just have moon.jpg, and if it was in any other folder then I would have a longer path. The file is called moon.jpg, which we can see here. So if I go into images, that's the file. There's no indication there of what size it is, but we have given it a width of 200 and a height of 200. We can change that. I notice it's a little bit stretched. Maybe if I give it a width of 300 and a height of 200, then maybe it'll appear a little better in the window. There we go. That looks a bit nicer. And that is basically getting an image into your page. In the next video, we will link to one that is online.